This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately... been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Single, that's hot. 180. 45.
On second down, here's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Deion Jones. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Goff now good coverage that time by the linebacker Deion Jones. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. After the penalty, here's Freeman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. That is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready. Back 25.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now the pitch to Freeman, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Ryan. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. The weight up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. That play seems to never work, but they were able to draw him off on 4th, and now it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
56, the fight, boys, 56. Check, 56. Let him know. Let him know.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Hey. We got three. 3 down. 11.
Now Goff on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Mine's 56. Orange. I'll get him. Super 1. Orange.
Goff throwing again. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Ryan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, it's gone. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Looking for Woods that time. And now it's second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
21.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, let's go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about team scripting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at about the 14. Nice move at the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On 1st and 10, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Freeman again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
You guys gave him that.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They toss to Freeman. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Ryan, it's caught. Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
20.
Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Dixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run with Gurley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On 1st down, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Ryan on 1st down.
Yeah, I'm playing on that.
He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
Hey, that first touchdown, Henry. After that, I was like, yep, he's going to win this game. I hit him up in the thing.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the
the dude
football.
broke like 9
They knew
tackles.
they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done,
And then freaking
slim
quarterback throwing to
and none.
I was throwing to guys'
And I do
legs,
believe we saw
back,
Slim
face
just
mask,
leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
15, Mariota broke 3 sacks.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got three.
Another carry now for Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
I'm
He's
about-
able to
I'm
rattle
about
off
to play this
6
game
on the
for the
carry, and that'll
close
get him to
and
3rd and 4.
So I'll be up for
The
it.
recipe's pretty simple,
have
I
work at
think,
10
right?
o'clock.
Just give your superstar the
I
ball
can't
and
go
continue to
sleep
feed
in
him.
that game, so.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down, Ryan. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's all to be like, I'm looking at your damn side.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Ryan.
Yeah, I told you, mate, this shit's installed.
And this is caught, so it's a late
So it's inside a
touchdown, but maybe
grocery
too
store.
late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you
Yeah,
continue to
that's
look
great.
ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the
Yeah, it's
Patriots
great.
getting a
Just
pair of
haven't
big
opened
2-point
up an account.
conversions.
I haven't gotten a
They
credit
go
card.
for
I
just
haven't
one
gotten a
here
loan
as it's
account,
up and
stuff like
good, and
that.
that
Some people
will
like
get them
trading
one
cards have like
closer.
6, 7, 8.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scors, but they'll try the
So it's like,
onside kick.
Damn, and then it was crazy when we did all the role playing and everything else like that. Like I won every last role playing, account balancing, loan, everything, conversation. I had first place.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.